In the beginning, everything was peaceful. We had no idea what would happen next. Matthew.
Yes, Hugh?
Have you ever heard of Crazy Frog?
I haven't heard that name in about 10 years.
Crazy Frog, what do you say on Crazy Frog? The penis? I've got flashes. There was the bing bing.
The bong bong.
Oh. The amount of ringtones I heard of Crazy Frog. And not just on phones, on MTV. This thing was mainstream.
You know, it really does blow my mind how just huge Crazy Frog got. And you and I are the most qualified people to talk about it because it was specifically huge in the UK and Australia. Look at that, number one. Like, our countries made this shit happen. Meanwhile, the US was clearly way too smart for that.
I think it says a lot about us, Matthew. Not just as people, as countries. This is our fault. We succumbed to this.
Alright, well, let's talk about the history of Crazy Frog. How did this shit come into being?
Crazy Frog started out as a ringtone.
Yeah, it was some Swedish dude trying to imitate a combustion engine or something?
As you do.
As you do, back in 1997.
Right. Because you don't have the internet. Well, you do, but it's not like it is now. What else are you gonna do? Read a book?
Go outside, which caused some other Swedish dude to do a full-blown 3D animation of it, which birthed the actual Crazy Frog.
Now, I'm not gonna say, let's hear the ringtone. I'm sure it will play. But I don't wanna, out of my own mouth, cue that to happen in the video.
Here it is.
Oh, it's already grating!
Oh, so what are those MIDI instruments?
Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
There.
Mm-hmm. And there it is. Oh, do you reckon we'll have to censor these dicks for the video?
Do you want to be demonetized? God damn it, Crazy Frog. This is 2017.
This is what you made us do, Crazy Frog. God damn it. Ugh, uh-huh.
Oh, here comes the MIDI again.
Yeah, because it was so good the first time.
Go on, keep it going.
You know, if that sound is from 1997, that means Crazy Frog is 20 years old this year.
Mm-hmm. There were only 2 years of my life without this in the world.
Oof.
That makes me sad, demoralized. I'll say it, depressed.
You do realize that means that the first 2 years of your life were the happiest, right?
And I can't remember them. They're the only 2 of my life that Crazy Frog wasn't in the world, and I can't remember them.
So Jamster found the animation, bought all the rights to it. Obviously, they thought it was going to be the next big thing. And unfortunately, they were right.
You see how dead my eyes are? How were they right?
I remember when I was a little munchkin, hopped on the computer in the early hours of the morning, because when you're a kid, you just have the energy to do that. I was just browsing around lyric websites, looking at music, and suddenly, a pop-up ad. Crazy Frog starts shrieking. Ring, ding, 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 ding. Luckily, I slammed the mute button quickly enough to the point where no one was woken up. However, I've always wondered if, just for a few short seconds, Crazy Frog appeared in someone's dream.
You realise you've got to apologise for that. You got to find out which family member that happened to. You got to go around. Honestly, I'm going to keep you to that. After this video, you've got to go to all your family members and you've got to say, do you remember this? And if by any chance one of them says yes, just apologise. You don't need to do any more. Just apologise.
I think I have to call my parents right now.
If you were blessed enough to not hear of Crazy Frog, or maybe to have heard of Crazy Frog as just a little meme, this is one of the 100 weird videos out there at the moment. I guess it's viral. No, you weren't there on the beginning. I think I was 9. I was 9, 10. I was innocently watching MTV, as you did. You know, back in the days when they actually played music on music television. And all of a sudden, I see a blue frog dick. I can't see anything else aside from the dick, Matthew.
It's okay. It'll be alright.
I can't see anything else aside from the dick.
It's okay. We'll work through this together. How about you tell me, how did you first discover Crazy Frog?
Well, okay, back in the day, if you guys were blessed enough to be in the days of the brick Nokia mobile phones, not the classic ones, but the kind of classic ones. You know, apps weren't a thing. Games were a thing, but they were... Another video for that. Ringtones were a thing, obviously, but there wasn't these app stores. You couldn't go somewhere and get them. So how did you get them, you ask? Well, you'd get magazines. As a kid, you know, you'd get like a gaming magazine. It might have a couple of Pokemon Blue cheats in it or something. You know, nice stuff. Friendly childhood things. But little did you know, tainted at the back of that magazine, well, was a blue frog penis.
I think my first discovery of Crazy Frog was those little TV ads that used to sell you ringtones. Before it was stupidly easy to just put a song onto your phone, right? You'd have these commercials that were like, text Frog 11 to 42069 for free Crazy Frog ringtone. Seems all happy and boppy and shit.
And only for the last 2 seconds did they actually tell you how much each text would cost, and it would be like $7.
Yeah, if you actually tried to read the fine print on your shitty standard def TV back in the day, you'd see that texting them just once would somehow sign you up to a subscription where you would get charged for every text they sent you.
How that was a thing, by the way, I don't know. I remember being a young child and racking up a bill of like £400, thinking, where did this come from? And then it was texts I received. What was that?
Like, I can't even think of a way to use that without scamming people. It's like, it's so obviously a service for scammers, right? Oh, this is one of those ads. And there he is. Oh, God.
Flashbacks.
And there it is. There's that hot frog peen.
No, I didn't want to ever see that again.
Just text DJ1 for the police, DJ2 for the real sounds, or DJ3 for the video ringtones.
I don't want any of those things.
Oh, God. Oh, it's so painful, dude.
Also, whoever used video ringtones? Video ringtones? What is that?
And that like polyphonic ringtone and the real ringtone. We've been seriously spoiled with this generation of phones. Like, holy shit, it used to be so bad. I mean, if you were really masochistic, you could actually just put Crazy Frog onto your phone yourself now for free. But no one would do it, right? No one would do that today. But somehow, despite the fact that phones have never needed their services for like 10 years, Jamster is still around. And you too can go visit their extremely dated-looking website.
What's that at the bottom of the page? They haven't updated the rights reserved since last year, and it's the end of this year?
I like how one of the biggest links at the bottom of this page is unsubscribe. Like, they know that's what you want. They
know their game.
But look at this website. There's square live wallpapers for your square Nokia screen. Your emoticons. Oh, God.
I mean, to be fair, this does take me back. I mean, it's so early 2000s. Why? Why does this exist and even have 2016 on it? They've got video on here for some reason. Look, they have a video just called BMX Fails, okay? This is a site that is still updating in 2016 at least, but it's stuck all the way back in 2006. Like, all the way.
And you can't watch it. If you try to watch it, it just links to a 404.
Okay, you know what? I didn't want to click on it. I didn't feel good clicking on it. I'm glad you did that for me. Thank you.
No, dude, I dived straight into that. And you know what's funny? The 404 page, copyright only goes to 2014.
No! Oh my God. Okay, Jamster, get out of here. Jamster, you're done. You're done.
But of course, Crazy Frog would only get bigger from there. Here comes Axel F.
Hold on. You know what? If this was gonna happen, Matthew, this was gonna happen later in the video, I thought. But fuck it, I need this. Just give me a second. I need something. If you think I'm doing this sober, you're wrong. I know my fucking limits. Oh my God. I literally, as this starts, I remember standing up at my TV, because I was small, I was looking up at it on MTV and hearing this for the first time and thinking, oh, this is kind of alright, okay, this is fine, kind of jamming along. Oh, what's that on the screen? What the fuck? Okay, I'll remain open to it. It's a bit of a jam to a 9-year-old, it's okay. The voice is a little annoying, but I'll give it a moment. Let me see what happens. What the fuck is that? No!
Oh god, I remember. I still remember. It's been 84 years and I still remember. This shit was all over TV. Saturday morning music videos. Every single time this shit came on. And you know, full disclosure, me and my friend thought it was alright too. The song was a bit of a jam. We were just bopping along to it as it came on.
Just bopping along to the ding ding, yeah. I know, trust me, I had like a month of my childhood where I was like that. I'm not trying to be holy here. I fell for this shit too, guys.
Yeah, because we were kids. They had kids under Crazy Frog's spell. It's disgusting.
Sorry, how many views is that? 772
Wait,
million.
What? Almost a billion. Oh. And this video was uploaded in 2009, well after anyone gave a shit about Crazy Frog.
I want it to stop!
Oh, please kill him, please. Damn it.
If that rocket had actually hit him as it intended to, we would have been saved. So much shit.
Oh, yeah. This video would have become an instant 10 out of 10 if that happened.
Would have been so much better. Fuck off. Don't pop up at the end of the video and give me one last bem bem. I've had enough bem bems. You know what we should do, actually? If you Google Axel F just by itself, the lyrics come up on Google.
Oh my god.
Look at these fucking lyrics. Look at the lyrics on this Google page. These are the official lyrics. What is this nonsense? They didn't even spell frog right.
Crazy Frog.
Do you want to stop?
Now, we've both admitted this song was pretty enjoyable when we were children. As a matter of fact, I briefly considered buying it. I didn't have a phone at the time to send jams to money, but I was actually considering buying the song. My family had gone to a music store, you know, back when people actually bought CDs and singles and shit like that. And I saw him, Crazy Frog, sitting on the shelf for $5. I was like, oh, only $5.
But you know what? You know what's important? Answer me this. Did you get the CD?
I asked my dad, I said, would you give me $5 if I wanted to buy a song? And he said, sure. I looked over at the album, Crazy Frog, hell in his eyes, sticker over his penis. I looked at it and I thought, oh, better not, eh? Left the store with no Crazy Frog.
That proves you're still human. You're fine. Don't worry. Crazy Frog has a spell. But you can avoid it. Just stay strong, stay human. So there's one little other kind of line, I guess, of the Crazy Frog saga that we're forgetting, Matt. And you can't forget this bit because actually, if anything, this is possibly the only good thing that has ever come out of Crazy Frog.
Oh, the Crazy Frog Brothers.
Oh, the Crazy Frog Brothers, yes. Now, the first time I saw them was, I actually think on the playground. Again, it was where videos were still passed around on phones more than they were looked at online, and that was how word got around. And again, I'm pretty sure this is actually a video that one of my friends did actually pay to download. How he did that, I don't know. And he showed it to me on the playground, and I looked at it, and I was mesmerized. And there was just something about it, even more mesmerizing than Crazy Frog himself. Let's take a look.
These kids were my role models when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. I wanted nothing more than to be the Crazy Frog Brothers, dude. Look at the confidence in this kid at the front. My God.
This guy would have made a great security guard at the time.
Look, he's giving the dunk. We got the dunk.
He's so into it. It's really admirable.
I know, you've got the guy in the black tank top that's just kind of like deeply involved with Crazy Frog. And then you got his friend in the back in the red shirt who's just like, oh, hey, you want to be in a music video? Yeah. And he just flails around. Watch him.
Yeah, he's just having a great time.
Here we go. The move. This was the move. I went to a school dance when I was like 13 and I did this move. And I'm telling you, everyone was loving it. Okay,
I didn't keep it up for so long. I'd be worn out by now.
And then he busts it out. What is this? It's the T-Rex. What is that? Now he just doesn't know what to do either though, right? He's just like, strike a pose. Oh.
Truly the heroes of this saga.
This should be the Crazy Frog original video. There just shouldn't be a frog. What went wrong? Where did we go from the path we were meant to be taking in this world?
Axel F might have been Crazy Frog's biggest hit by far, but he butchered a lot of songs in his time. If you wanted to relive the 2000s and buy his songs on CD, you can. They're all still available on Amazon.
Each one far beyond the value it should be. You should be paid to download these.
Even the 60 pence one, not even considering it.
Seriously. Also, what the fuck is with his profile picture?
What is that? He was already scary enough. Like, what the hell is that?
Oh my god. And why is he on just a London street just chilling with the gang? What's he doing? Dude, he was probably chilling with his boys, right? And some 12-year-old comes up behind him like, it's Crazy Frog. And he jumps in the way to doing this like, oh, look, I'm still famous. That's what that is. I'm still here. I'm 10 years older and I've got a horrible crack addiction, but bing, bing.
But yeah, wow, there is a lot of Crazy Frog in the world.
There is. Actually, Matthew, you know what? There's so much Crazy Frog. I think that warrants another video. I don't think we can fit this into one. But we're going to be doing a second video, a follow-up video to Crazy Frog, following modern day Crazy Frog, because this is what sets Crazy Frog out from all the other random shit that was out in the early 2000s. Crazy Frog is still around. He's still kicking, he's still kinda there, and it's very weird and very creepy and also very disturbing. So if you want to be weirded out, creeped out, and also disturbed, go over to Matt's channel, link down in the description to go and check out our second part of Crazy Frog.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah. Do you like your present?